Okay, Kate, UMD has had a rich history of producing professional hockey players, sending some 50 ex-Bulldogs to the National Hockey League. We've seen a half dozen of its alumni go on to play in the National Football League, and one former player do time in the NBA and another in the Women's Professional Fast Pitch Softball League. But you're the first individual from UMD to sign a professional volleyball contract, doing so with the Turville-Florange Olympic Club, which is a member of France's top pro league. If you can walk us through a little bit how this came about, starting with when you got the itch to keep your competitive volleyball career going and then signing the actual contract.
Jim actually asked me about halfway through our season last year if I was interested at all, and I kind of brushed it off a little bit. Was like, I want to focus on my senior year and focus on what we could do as a team. And so after our unfortunate loss here at Romano, I was a little interested, and Jim, I got a phone call from him one day, and he's like, do you want to do this? I found an agency for you to sign with. It's called Bring It Promotions. And I was like, okay, I guess might as well. I'm not ready to be done playing. Especially after that loss, I was like, nope, I need to keep going. I need to end on a better note. And, so I signed with them at the end of December. Didn't really hear much until May. There was a couple teams interested in me throughout the summer, and about a week and a half ago, I got this contract or an offer from this team, and I was like, yep, I want to take it. It's getting to that point where I just need to be done, or I want to know what I'm doing next year after being asked over and over again. And so yep, now here I am, just waiting on the final things to be ironed out a little bit and getting excited to go.
What's the level of play like in this league? Can you equate it to anything you've seen here in terms of the competitive level?
I've been able to watch a couple of other games online from last year, and they don't have the best camera angle, so it's a little hard to see how quick the tempo of it is. But from what I could see, that it was very similar to our upper league playing here at UMD, maybe a little quicker, but I think I could play with it pretty well.
Is this where a lot of the top professionals go and play, women play during the,
they play all over. Every country overseas has a team, has 2 or 3 leagues, so it kind of just depends. But I don't know of any other D1 girls who are going into this league, but again, I haven't looked too much into it yet.
But it's mostly D1 players that go over
very
there.
rare it's D2.
Okay, and what have you been doing to stay in shape since you hung up your spikes back in, or shoes back in November? I mean, knowing that this opportunity might come along.
I've actually been giving my body a little bit of a break. I had some shoulder issues coming through the last couple of years just with how many swings I've taken, but resting up a little bit, body's feeling great, but still just lifting and running and playing as much as I can whenever I can. Okay,
and without getting into specifics, this is a question a lot of people always ask about, but can a person make a decent living playing professional volleyball in Europe?
It's not the same as we think of the NFL or the stuff here, but it's enough where I can live and hopefully save enough to be able to travel a little bit while I'm over there.
And obviously the other X factor is the fact the cultural experience for you. That's got to be something you're looking forward to.
Oh, for sure. Just to experience the other culture, and knowing that there's other international players on the team, get to experience their culture a little bit as well. So not just being exposed to the French culture, but there's a girl from Croatia, there's one from Greece. So that will be really cool too. The one biggest thing I'm probably worried about is not knowing the language too well. But I'm trying to study up now and have as many resources as I can now to do a little homework before I take off, so at least I have a place to start.
Sure, and then looking back, let's go back a little bit, looking back at your 4-year career at UMD, what are some of the things you remember most about your time here?
Probably just the experience I've had with my teammates and my coaches. For sure this, our last game here at Romano, that game will stick with me forever, but just the funny moments on the bus or during a workout or during a practice, something goofy happening, and just being able to sit and laugh, and being a part of 4 years of everyone's willing to be there and work hard and going after that same goal. It was a great experience.
And finally, now that you make the transition from UMD player to UMD alum, what kind of advice would you pass along now that you're looking at a different perspective? Would you pass on to the current crop of volleyball Bulldogs?
Don't take any minute for granted. It's going to go by way faster than you expect. Most days I still feel like a freshman, so it's hard to believe that my 4 years here are over. I wouldn't have traded it for anything, and you just need to take each moment for what's worth, the good and the bad. Learn from the bad and celebrate the good as much as possible.
Okay, thanks Kate.